Oh, you
Better?
are a full-fledged space cadet now.
All right, now I'm a space cadet.
Yes, you
I
are.
love it.
Without creating mountains where the valleys used to be. And all the things I thought I knew were changing like the seas. Yeah. But I've overcome it all and I'm still here. Oh, I gotta change perspectives if I really wanna see.
All right, well, welcome. We are filming on location, which we might possibly have to close the door now because it's going to be really loud outside.
It sounds like a band, but I
I
don't know what it is.
Do you think that's okay?
I really don't think that's going to mess with my.
All right, perfect.
It might
well,
actually be fun. Who knows?
I love it.
The sounds of the city.
We're downtown, Grand
Yeah.
Rapids, and it's a gorgeous day, and we are at Courage and Soar,
Great
which
store.
is the sister store to where we were last week, which was Oh Hello. And I love that because there's two stores
Very
owned by
different
the
vibes.
same people and completely different vibes, like you
But
said.
similar in
Very
the
similar.
aspect that it's unique and different. It's special. So if you like those things that are just, it's the kind of item that people go, where did you find that?
Exactly.
And everywhere I look, I see things that would cause me to ask somebody, where did you find that at?
That really
Super
is
cute
it.
stuff.
I mean, you're gonna go, oh my gosh, I love that. And then that is that first question that you ask,
Yeah.
where did you get it?
Yeah.
Well, we can tell people, you know, right downtown at Oh Hello or at Courage
For
and
sure.
Soar, and it's just awesome.
And it's the only place you'll be able to get, especially like their embroidered things.
They do all their own custom embroidery. So my shirt says Space Cadet. I'm gonna bring it nice and close to you so you can see. It says Space Cadet on it. And they do all their own
Yeah.
embroidery. And in our last episode, that now I'm sitting on my cell phone. So in our last episode, we both were wearing other shirts
Yes,
that had
made
come
by
from
them.
here and made by them. And
Yeah.
they have lots of very, very funny ones. Like we saw
So
one that
good.
said, morally gray is my favorite color. There are like Michigan in the skull hands like
Yes.
this, and I think that is really
Yes.
fun. I will show you. Shall we show what we went
Oh,
shopping for?
yes, we went shopping.
So we did a little
different
shopping earlier, and
So who were you buying for? Let's say you
Well,
were shopping,
this-
you were looking for yourself?
no, this is actually the
Oh,
sweatshirt that we got
that's
for
right.
another one of Addison's birthday gifts.
So good.
She loves pizza, she loves swords, and she loves skulls, and so this really could not have gotten any better.
I don't know how you would find
Isn't that
something
creative?
that's more perfectly suited.
It
for
was so
someone who
perfect.
likes those.
She loved it. She put it on and she says, I can wear it to school because it's not a hoodie.
You will not find that on Amazon.
And it is, I
You
mean,
will
feel how
not
soft
be able
that
to
is.
go online and find
So
these
soft.
designs. You need to
No,
come
you
here.
can't because they're
Here.
custom made.
It's great.
In-house. So that was one of the things in my bag.
Even the bag is cute.
Oh
Stop
yeah,
it.
the bag is from here as well. And the other thing that I have in my bag is this absolutely adorable
What a beautiful
gift plate.
gift. Housewarming,
exactly.
holiday, anything.
And I love
This
the
is
colors
beautiful.
and the design, and then the feel of the handle feels really cool because I'm
This
such a
would-
feely person.
Yeah, this would go well in my house.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay, I got a mental shopping list going for someday here.
And then I also found this Michigan Treasures and Traditions
Oh.
cookbook.
Is it all
And
Michigan?
It is all just like things that you would cook and you would think of Michigan while you were cooking them.
I love
And
this.
it's colorful, it has all of the ingredients and the recipes, and there's just about everything in here.
I was
and
checking out those
feel the
recipes
book.
and they're stop it. It's not slippery.
No, it's I love how it feels. So
We're tactile.
we
Is
are
it tactile,
so it is tactile. Yes,
Tactile,
we
yes.
are very much. And then the last thing that I brought out to show is the Odd Duck.
I love that.
I love the Odd
They're
Duck.
so
And there's
fun. They're
another one
upside
that
down,
says
so good.
Silly Goose, I think. And it is so fantastic.
Yeah, 'cause
so
it's what? This one's upside down?
yeah, Odd Duck upside down.
So good.
And I was like, Odd Duck, check me out. I love it. So this would be
I
a very
love
good
it.
color.
It is
to
just
wear.
that little touch. It's something as simple
is.
as a basic sweatshirt.
Absolutely.
That's not basic anymore.
But I love
Now
the
it's
quality
fun.
of the shirts too, and feel the inside of it, again with the feels. So the quality of the products are absolutely amazing,
My
and
dots
then you
are
add that
fuzzy.
special touch. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So everything that we're wearing today is from here, including the jewelry that we have on,
Yes.
our pants. The only
Got
thing
some
really is just our
beautiful
shoes.
bracelets.
That
I
is
can tell
not-
you this dress, seriously, you can wear it either on its own as a cute little summer dress. Like I threw some leggings on, some fun little tights or something
love it.
with it, fun sandals. I'm telling you, it's lightweight, it's comfy, and the color is glorious. And
It is a beautiful color on you. Your
I
eyes
love
just
it.
pop. I mean, they turn into that color
I know.
completely when
I
you
love
wear
this
it.
color.
I just love it.
And I went with purple leggings, and I have to say I love it.
If you have a choice to wear purple or not to wear purple, you wear purple.
It would have been wrong not to.
I totally agree.
So did I tell you I went shopping too?
So what did you find?
So it says beach vibes,
Oh,
but
I
we're
love
not
it.
going to the beach.
We're not going to the beach?
I just
Not
grabbed this
today?
bag
Not yet.
because,
Yep.
So I went shopping as if I need to purchase for a baby gift.
Oh, for your
I
granddaughter.
know. So I got a number of things.
Who is now, what, 3 weeks old?
Yes, sweet Mila is 3 weeks old, probably about 47 pounds now. but
47 pounds. That's sweet, girl.
she is so sweet. But here's this thing, they call it a cutie cocoon, but it's this muslin, just that comfy,
I love
crinkly
that.
stuff. And literally pop them in with a super cute little, is this a little
hair
hat?
bow
Yeah,
thing?
it's a little
Yeah.
hat.
Oh, it is a hat. Oh,
Is
I
that
love
not-
it.
Look at how adorable.
Oh, it just makes me want to have a
Super
grandchild.
cute.
Not another child, but a
Not
grandchild.
right now, but. And then I'm like, of course they're going to want a plate.
Oh.
It's a little hamburger.
That I've never seen anything like
Play
that.
set.
That is
Look at
absolutely
this.
adorable. What is this made
Look
out
at
of?
the ketchup. It's like wood. Yeah.
That's
All the
amazing because it's
condiments,
not a
ketchup
ton of
and
more
mustard
just
and-
yeah.
Isn't it super cute?
Comes from rubber trees. They did replanting with it. It's safety tested and recyclable packaging.
And just
I
fun.
love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great.
Fantastic.
So I got that. I got
Introduce
lots
them
of
to burgers
stuff.
early.
Sweetie spoons. Just
I
they're
love
like
the
rubber.
colors and
They've
the
got
texture.
these cool braided type loop handles.
Oh,
so
and then they
easy
can
for
feed
you,
themselves.
but it works for them.
Yep.
It's soft. They're not going to hurt.
Oh, so it won't poke them
Very
like on their
flexible.
mouth when they're not
Yes.
aiming very well, like
Yeah.
this.
All kinds of great colors. I know. I just couldn't stop. I got all kinds of stuff. An Izzy mitt. You pop this on your kiddo's hand and they can chew away. Super cute.
So then they
Again,
don't drop it, and you don't have to pick it up 5,000 times
Yes,
to put it back in their
exactly.
hand.
But
I
little,
love that.
Little Velcro strap so you can secure it. It's got a little thumb hole.
Oh
Perfect.
my goodness. Boy, they thought of everything on that one. I want to look closer at this
Now,
one.
when you come down here and you've got the stroller, you
Oh, the
can
avocado
attach-
again. We're on
I
an
know.
avocado theme.
I think we got this is strawberry,
Strawberry.
the avocado, and the watermelon. Just fun. The colors are great.
the colors are perfect.
Yeah, attach this on your car seat, strollers, however.
They're not those super, super overly bright, neon colors.
The Ritzy jingle. Who doesn't need a
Yes.
Ritzy jingle?
I think I
Just
need a ritzy jingle.
cute, but I love the colors.
I do too.
It's not the primary. It's usually
Right.
you just see those.
They're
things,
more just muted and soft.
colors
and
are
timeless. They're very
trendy.
timeless.
but trendy.
Yeah.
They look fresh and modern.
They
but
do.
Timeless.
I love
Good
it.
choice. Almost done. Because you need an
Oh,
owl.
yes.
And
Can I feel?
seriously,
I
yes,
need
you
to-
may hold the owl.
I might need to hold.
Because then I have one last thing, and
Okay.
this is one of those simple items. So many of our kids, they have the passies.
Oh, yeah.
And they get lost. So
Oh,
you
all the
have
time.
little clips.
Oh, is that the cutest thing?
Isn't
Look at that.
it, darling?
Again, with the colors and the design and everything, it's so unique and
Yeah,
so
it's
different.
like this macrame daisy chain.
That is beautiful.
Super soft. I hope you can see how super cute this is. You have to hold a passy anyways, make it a cute one.
But again, people are going to go, where in the world did you get that?
I know, it's darling.
You can't get that at like Target and
I know.
Meijer and Amazon.
No.
It's you come here and you get it and it's unique. I love that.
Isn't that great?
I
So
love all of these. You
that
had a
was my
total baby
shopping.
theme going over there.
I sure did.
I think you have a little bit of baby fever right now with your
do.
granddaughter.
Have I mentioned that I love Nyla?
You have mentioned it. Yes.
She's awfully cute.
This is the softest. I
Aren't they
love
cute?
all of their plush. Everything
know.
is so soft.
He can join us.
He can. He
All
can.
right.
He'll
He'll-
take turns sitting with us.
Okay.
You got
Hoot.
to have the avocado last
His
time.
name
and
is
we'll do
Hootie.
the-
Is there a blowfish around here? Oh, there's a cow over there. Speaking of that, did you see the super cute milk pencil bag?
I
the
totally
milk
did.
purse.
So
Oh,
Their theme, they have a theme every month. Last month, I believe it was bread. And this month is Midwest is Best. And we actually waited to film here until March because I loved that theme.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about the Midwest
sure.
and growing up in the Midwest and living in the
Yes.
Midwest and
It's a good
how
place.
awesome it is. And so this entire display is all about the Midwest, and then they have all these clothes back here, which again, we will do a video and show you all of that. Is that a cheese clip?
this is Swiss
Shut
cheese
up.
clips for your hair. It's
That is
Swiss
so
cheese.
cool. Yep, I love that.
What I love is they have common items that people tend to have or would pick up or purchase.
Yes.
But they're creatively done so they don't look generic.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's what made me fall in love with this store.
These little cow pens.
Aren't they great?
I would be very distracted by writing with this because it's so cute. And I would have it facing me while I was
Always.
writing so I
know.
could see the cow
I know.
all the time.
Just
But it's
really
again,
good
it's
stuff.
just little different things that I mean, there's like eggs. Look at over here. There's eggs and cheese and cows and butter and
just, yeah, I love it.
anyways. There's croissant necklaces. You know, everything.
I love it.
Yep.
Corn mug? Oh,
I know.
What
I just
is
like look
this?
at us just not even being able to do the podcast
Shopping
'cause
from
we're
my
totally
chair.
distracted.
Michigan things.
Please tell us what this says, because what are the Michigan
we have
things?
Frankenmuth,
Yes.
Michiganders, the Yoopers and the Trolls.
Yep.
Michigan left turns.
Oh yeah.
The Detroit music, sweet corn, sand dunes, using your hand as a map,
I just did that earlier.
Superman ice cream, school rivalries,
Nice.
the Auto Factory's Euchre,
Oh, Euchre's definitely.
the Great Lake Pop,
Yep.
Big Mac Pine Trees pasties, going up north, party stores, and cherries.
So
How
that
fun.
is the most accurate Michigan thing I've ever seen.
It's good,
That's
heavy,
amazing.
solid, good quality stuff. Even their basic things like mugs, just nothing is cheaply or poorly made.
No,
it's
everything
quality
is quality.
stuff. Good
Yeah.
prices too. I just wanted to. A lot of these boutique places can have this fabulous stuff, but it may be really priced way outside of
Right.
typical. But this is not.
It's not
This
at
is
all.
not.
Yeah.
Get yourself down here.
Yep, it's amazing. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at all of the different food items up here, and they've got these beautiful candles, and again, we'll do a lot of that. We'll show you all of it.
Cheesy cauliflower soup mix in front of me sounds great, but cheese has to go. So good.
The Midwest.
Yes.
What do we love about the Midwest?
The lakes.
You've grown up here.
I have.
You've lived
I've
here your whole
always
life.
lived here, and I actually hated it for a while. And I think a lot of people can have that when you've only been in one place
Sure,
all
absolutely.
the time. You start thinking, "There's nothing special around here. There's nothing," because it's familiar. And
Yeah.
I think you tend not to notice what you have. And I'll tell you what changed my mind, and it brought back my love for where I live, even when winters are bad. I think this winter came so it would be like, see, Heidi, it's not so bad
I
here.
think this winter kept a lot of people in Michigan.
I know. But what changed my mind is when I was sailing, and I had the privilege of going down the entire coast of Michigan,
Oh, that's
from
amazing.
Mackinac Island to Chicago to the home port for the boat that I was returning. And I was able to see our state from that perspective
That
and
must have
see
been
the
incredible.
entire shoreline, and I realized what a treasure that we have. Our West Coast shoreline is stunningly beautiful, and I had forgotten. So that got me to open my eyes and see all the other amazing things that we have.
So yes,
So I have
When you
fallen
were
back
sailing.
in love because it made me start looking at my home state
Mm-hmm.
again differently. And what I realized is, depending on what you're looking for, you will find it.
Yes.
You want the great city downtown night thing?
Mm-hmm.
Come down here to Grand Rapids at night.
right.
Million things to do. We have great arenas. We have great shows that come. I just was
Lots
at one
of
the
great
other day.
venues to go to for
Just
them. Yep.
amazing. But if you want to go for an amazing wooded hike that feels like you're miles from anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
we've got beautiful beautiful trail systems for that. You love the wide open feeling of just hitting the road and going. Just take a drive and start heading north. You want to feel like you've gone someplace else? Go visit the UP.
Yeah.
Travel the Superior coastline and tell me we don't have a gorgeous state, because that coastline, as much as I love the West, the Superior coastline took my breath away.
Well, and I love that because Michigan is so diverse. I mean, if literally, like you were saying, if you go to the one side, it looks like this, and you go to the other side, you know, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, they're totally completely
even
different.
Huron's
and
Lake
Huron,
Shore on the east is very different.
The
and it's
sand
because
is
of
different,
The wind, and we are very sandy, and they're very rocky.
Exactly.
But it blows certain
does.
directions, and it affects it. So we have these gorgeous, sandy, beautiful beaches that I take so for granted until my friends who live in states that have ocean coastline. And we'll go to the beach, and they're kind of like, yeah, no, we're fine. We just really don't care for salt water. No salt in our water.
No salt, no sharks.
And they're like, but you can't see the other side. What do you mean this is a lake? And I'm like,
it's a lake.
It's a lake, but it's
But it looks,
enormously
as
huge.
somebody that grew up right next to the ocean, and that's where I spent most of my time.
It looks like it.
It looks just like the ocean in terms of the horizon.
Oh,
you
for
know,
sure.
Not as much like with the waves and things like that, but sometimes the waves can
Some
get
of the storms get
really huge.
And they're beautiful, dangerous, but they are beautiful. They're not fun to be out in when you're in a sailboat.
No.
I'm just going to say that. I did not enjoy that at all. No.
Yeah. But I mean, like we said, we've got all the seasons, right? So you literally have 4 completely distinct, separate, beautiful seasons.
Oh, yeah.
And each one of the seasons has so much to offer.
Yeah.
And so many different activities that you can do in it. And it's hard for me to picture, because I've always lived somewhere that had seasons.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to picture living in Florida or living in Southern California,
thinking
you know,
about
that it
that.
never changes. It's always
It
consistent.
always is.
And I'm like,
that.
but what do you look forward to then? Like, it's
I-
always the same.
Living
so.
in Texas came on the heels of my sailing thing.
Okay.
And I was a year in Texas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, get me back.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it was varying degrees of hot.
And that's really what it is. It's, oh, it's hot today, but it's not quite as hot as it was yesterday. Or our
And
cool is 70.
Wintertime, Houston. I lived outside Houston. They got a dusting, and I use that term loosely, a dusting of snow.
Yeah.
A dusting. I was watching the news, and I was laughing so hard I had tears coming
Because
down
people
my
couldn't
face.
function.
Like, traffic came to a stop. Schools were canceled. The cameras for the TV news guy were zoomed in on this hotel roof that had, like, where it came together, and there was some snow you could see gathered
Oh my
right there.
goodness.
That was, and I'm
No.
like, you shut down
Yeah.
for this?
Right?
It
Well,
was-
that makes me think of when I went home my sophomore Christmas, because I came here, went to Calvin, and my sophomore Christmas, I went home, and now I've been driving in Michigan for 2 years now
Yes.
in snow, and I go home and we got 6 inches of snow, and I said, well, I'm just going to run over to Costco really quick.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, not my family,
in
because
this
they're from
weather.
Michigan, you know, but like my friends were like, what do you mean? And I'm like, oh, this is nothing. Like, this is just normal. And nobody was on the road. I mean, it was completely
Isn't that the
total. I
funniest
was
thing?
the only one on the highway.
Same
it was
thing.
great.
Because if you've seen the Houston highway system, it's nightmarish. Not that day.
Right.
And I'm like, Michigan car, no problem.
Yep.
But cars off in the ditch, just cars going like 20 miles an hour. And I'm like, I've never seen anything like it. But they have no experience with it.
I think a lot of people that start in Michigan, they might leave, you know,
Yep.
for a little while. And then I feel like a lot of times they come back. They
You-
come home, they come back to raise families or whatever. They come back to retire here. It's a place to come back to, even if you want to go explore the world,
sure.
you know,
Yeah.
in the meantime.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the Midwest. I feel like the people in the Midwest are unique and different, and
I
they're
didn't
made
know
of very
it until
tough
I
stuff.
left here and went elsewhere, and everybody's like, "You're the one that's different, not
Right.
us." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? You sound funny, and you're just different. And they're like, no, most of the country is like us. And then there's the corn-fed people. And it's like, I don't know, what do you mean? Is that bad? And they're like, it's not bad. There's just something different. But they did say something that struck me. They said that MidWest people have, and Robert calls it Midwest nice.
Yes.
He goes, they're so fake nice.
Yes.
Texas doesn't fake nice.
Oh, no.
No, but we do.
Bless your heart means something that people
Oh,
don't
yeah,
even
you
realize.
know, bless your heart. And we're like, oh.
I found that out. That was fun. We have a friend that's from Texas.
Yeah.
And he,
Oh, yeah, they have a
so I
million
like to tell him
ways
that
of,
sometimes.
Yeah,
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. But, man, they, we're nice. We're so nice.
But there are so many genuinely nice people.
For real, there are.
In the Midwest.
Yes.
We are starting to, I feel like, more breaking down the walls of the facade, the fake, you know. I think
that's what they were addressing.
Right.
That they said everybody's always fine. Everybody's
I'm fine.
so
I'm
good.
fine. I'm great. I'm
It's
fine.
really great. And they're like, there's
No.
times we've known they weren't so great, but they're always just
Right.
fine.
And that's one of the
just
reasons
part of
we
the
started this
culture.
podcast.
Yes.
Genuinely. I
Yes.
mean, we called it Unfiltered.
You're right.
Raw, real, unfiltered. And it was birthed out of a place that people had been, you know, silenced, and they weren't allowed to talk about everything, and they had to be a certain way. And I was like, no, enough.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
We're
gonna
craving.
blow the roof off of it. We're gonna talk about anything that
Yes,
we want to talk
please.
about. We are going to break the mold of the being in the Midwest.
For sure.
And because I didn't grow up here.
Being real.
Yeah.
Because I crave it.
Yeah.
I got introduced to it, and now I try to practice it in my own life. I won't go back. And I crave this so much everywhere I go. If I go to things and I can't find it, I'm just ready to just go. I want to be away from it. Just,
Right.
you know, I like the messy.
Yep. I think that's why I love these two stores so much as well, is that there's nothing fake, there's no facade. It just says it how it is
For sure.
on everything
and some things
that's
are
written.
irreverent, but in the most fun,
Oh,
upbeat way.
yes.
It's just great.
Nothing is offensive.
Yeah.
Everything is just
morally great.
just funny. Just funny and good humor.
It is.
And like I
Yeah.
said, there's no sugarcoating it. It just is out there. It's a very unfiltered store. I love it.
I know. Take your time and check everything out. You're going to see things that will have you laughing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they should have watched us. I bet we were something. People are probably going, they're
I
either
totally forgot
shoplifting
other
or they've
people were
lost
even
their
in the
mind.
store
Oh, I
when
know.
we were there. Like
I know.
and all of a sudden I was like, oh wait, there's other human
know.
beings around
And I
us.
think
We were just
every
in this
30
big bubble.
seconds we're like, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh, and we're
look at
reading
this.
everything out loud, like all the
I know.
inappropriate stuff. We're across
I
the store
know.
going, check this out, look at this, check
I
this
know.
out.
Everybody's like, look at the two grown-ups shopping.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were a bunch of teenagers
So,
just like
right.
in our own little world.
But why do we have to label that kind of fun
We don't.
teenager? It's not.
We don't. Yeah,
So that's
You
what
just
we
live
bring.
how you are.
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm so glad I have a friend that knows how to play.
Oh my gosh, me too. Life would be way too boring if we didn't.
I know. I know. It's like, because, that growing up thing, I'm realizing you never do in your mind. You don't feel old in your mind.
No.
And it's an odd thing that I think about more often. I keep waiting for that feeling of being older, and my mind is absolutely no different.
Right.
It's just experiences, maybe wisdom I've gained along the way, but it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you are who you are at your core, you know, and then aging is just, your body is just aging, and that's it, you
For
know.
sure.
But unless you give in to that and you're like, I'm so old, I can't do anything, you know. But
No.
as long as you maintain who you are, I mean, I can see myself being like 70 and just still feeling the same way I do.
oh, I want to be
Probably not-
90 and still
not
walking
physically,
through
but-
shops like this, laughing at the naughty shirts.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. No, I think it's fantastic. I love every aspect of it. I love the fact right now that outside we've got the door open and there is a beautiful saxophone playing.
It's
I'm right,
so
it's a
good.
saxophone, right?
Just go with it.
We're gonna go with it. I'm pretty sure it's a saxophone. But like the
good.
sounds of the city and the smell of, you know, and I grew up in New York, so I know what city
Oh,
smell
yes.
is. But Grand Rapids just has like a beautiful, it's very clean and very airy. And
Just like New York, it just doesn't smell like piss.
it doesn't, well, there are a couple places like stairwells that you can find that delightful
you know where
smell.
I can tell you where they are. The alleys behind the bar row down there. Yeah.
Yep.
Paramedic me had many.
Oh, I'm sure.
I've smelled stenches.
Yep.
I've had people pee on my ambulance before.
Oh, that's different and fun.
Yeah, I'm walking back and I'm like, "Are you? What? Stop it!
Don't pee right there.
Stop it!
No.
Right on my tire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right there."
No, there's some things you don't have to do.
I'll say it was like 2:30 in the morning and no memory whatsoever, I'm sure, from the urinator. So
I love it. I love it. So let's talk about just a couple more things that we love about just living in the Midwest.
Yep.
Areas that we love to go to. So I'm a beach
Oh,
person,
okay.
right?
Yes.
I could live at the beach. I would be totally fine if somebody was like, "Here is my beach house. Would you like to live here?" And then I would say, "Yes, I will."
Oh.
I will live at your
Yes,
beach house.
I can do that for
I would
you.
be. I wouldn't even. They wouldn't even have to twist my arm. I would just say, "Sure." You know, that would be just fine.
And for me, if somebody were to say, "Yeah, you know, I'm just ready to be back down by Grand Rapids. I have this little house. It's on the Superior coastline and it's overlooking the water and some of the islands and
Yep.
stuff here," I'd be like, "Okay, my bags
You
are
wouldn't say
packed,
no to
so-"
that either?
No,
That's awesome.
no way.
I love it.
No.
But here's the other thing too. I also love the woods. Like hanging up a hammock, have a campfire, having a cabin, right? So I do feel
I've
like I
got
would
it.
need to have both of those to be completely satisfied.
I've got the solution to
All right, I'm
this.
ready.
So we're going to find somebody who no longer wants to live on their property. I'm
Yep.
going to say probably 100 acres.
Okay.
And there's 2 homes on it.
Yes.
And there is a river that runs through it.
A perfect river.
And it is a mix of hardwoods and evergreen forest
Yes.
with a river.
Yep.
With
Some sunny spots too. You'd have to have a couple spots for sun.
Yes, with kayak and tubing launches.
Okay.
And the river goes down the middle, so you have 50 acres and a house on one side, and
I
we
love
have
that. It's
50
perfectly
acres on the
separated.
other, and we can wave from our front porches
We
overlooking
could get like a
the
zip
river.
line back and forth to each other too. Let's do a
Shut
zip
up.
line. Yep. Oh, I know.
can make
I'm
it-
already living there in my brain right
yeah.
now.
So, Erin, if you could get on finding a piece of property, we're gonna buy that together, and we're gonna live across the river and zip line
So
to each other.
we could pretty much just like buy Hoffmaster State Park is really what it is.
Oh, let's do it.
Because then you have the woods and the beach like right there. Hoffmaster is my favorite place to camp. It is my
Okay.
absolute favorite place to camp, and I was all sad because I didn't think that we were going to be able to camp this summer because I didn't know what
Yeah.
my surgery schedule was going to
Yep.
look like in recovery. But I am going to book some July dates and some August dates now
Good.
because now I know that we can, right?
But
I love
place I'm
Hoffmaster.
gonna,
We always
what
camp
we're
at the
gonna
same
get,
campsite too.
I'm gonna take you to. So
Yes, ma'am.
Lower Peninsula, but right up near Mackinac, but
Mm-hmm.
it's to the east, and it's a state park. But they have cabins. I think they have 5 of them, and it's part of the state park,
Oh, I love it.
and it's got its own private drive. You have your own section of beach.
Yes.
They're rustic in the aspect that it doesn't have like running water in it, but they're
Sure.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like beautiful, and they're not even that much money.
That's amazing. We have
So
to do that.
that is where I want to be.
Can we do that in the fall with the colors?
Yes, and there's a trail that goes right in front of it, so you can walk out the front door, hit the trail,
Yep.
go as far as you want. The water's right out there. Own fire pit.
Okay, so it's confession time. Are you ready for
What did
confession
you
time?
do?
This is just honest truth. So I was born in Michigan,
Yes.
lived for 17 years in New York,
Yes.
came back to Michigan. I have never been to Mackinac Island. And I've only been to the UP one time, and that was on the motorcycle, and we went across the bridge, and then we came back across the bridge. So, confession time. I am a true, pure-blooded Michigander who has not fully explored the state that I live in.
We're taking the cabin off because we're going further north. I'm bringing you to the Superior
Isn't that
coastline.
often though? Like, is it awful? Like, I can't believe that. Like, I live in this state. I have all these places that are relatively close in comparison.
How adventurous are you?
I'm the most adventurous.
Perfect.
Yep.
perfect, because it won't cost us anything to camp. Then we can camp anywhere we want to along the trail in the UP.
I don't
right
love
in
bears,
Superior.
though,
There
so
won't
we
be
need to
any
keep
bears.
the bears away.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm
mean,
not
I'd
a
be
bear.
friends with them,
I
but like,
love them, but not.
I think they'd kill me. So.
You know, I don't want to be a snack.
Me neither. All right, so good. We won't do bears, but we can.
No, there will be no bears.
No, I don't. I'm not a glamper.
So me.
Like, I don't have to glamp because I'm
Like,
just
I'd
not
be
high maintenance like that.
easy peasy. It's like, oh, I'll do my zip hammock and I'll
Yep.
sleep up in a tree. I'd have no problem. Wake up in the morning and you got right in front of you is this gorgeous lake. Beautiful.
I will
Beautiful
take it.
trail.
Yep.
I
will
need to
take
show
it.
you the UP. So I also have a friend that lives in the UP that he's like, anytime my house is open to you, and he's by all the best stuff. So
I love that.
we could even home base from there. So
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind
We're
of
going
my
to the
goal
UP.
is in the next 5 to 10 years, I want to visit all of the places that I
Yes.
feel like I should have
I
been visiting,
encourage.
you know, but now our kids are like at such a great age that we can do really cool vacations like
Yes.
that now, and
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about any littles,
first,
you know, so
that's just, it's hard.
Yeah.
We need to do Mackinac, and we're going to the UP.
Well, my niece is working on Mackinac Island from April through October this year. She got a full-time position. She found a place
Is
to
she
live.
ready to work her hiney
Oh,
off?
she's gonna. Yeah. So she's worked there the past couple summers.
Oh,
Last
good.
summer
So
she was there.
knows. She knows.
Right. So she was only there like 6 weeks last summer because you have to be like sponsored to live there, like in order to
Yes.
get the job, and
They're
you have to find a place
particular
to live
about-
and all of that. And so her aunt her aunt lives has a place up there, and yeah, she is very excited.
This is
She's
so
turning
great.
18 this summer, so
Oh,
this is she's
perfect.
already graduated high school, so this will be just a
Yeah.
perfect time. She's waiting for classes to finish at her college, and then she's heading up there. So
Amazing.
I decided that we absolutely have to go there this summer because we want to go visit her while she's working,
For
and so
sure.
yeah.
I almost lived on the island.
Did you?
I was offered a job working at the medical center
Nice.
there. It was crazy because I was on the island waiting I did the Chicago to Mac. I was part of that whole boat race
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
I didn't do the race itself, but I would deliver their delivery sales, the sales they used to return the ship to home port. So the owner of the boat would pay for my bed and breakfast, paid for all my meals, paid for my gas, gave me a stipend, and then allowed me to take his boat with my 2 kids, my 2
Amazing.
youngest, and just spend as long as we wanted bringing it back to Chicago. Absolutely amazing. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, so I was on this island. I ended up getting sick with sepsis.
Oh my goodness.
So that stone that I had, that kidney stone,
Yeah.
caused a sepsis infection
Oh.
that had me in some pretty critical condition.
Yep.
And they wanted to fly me off the island, and I'm like, no, I have no car over there
Oh my
either. I have
gosh.
people coming on a boat that's stuck with no wind, and so they agreed to treat me at the medical center on the island. Top notch, I'll say top notch.
Awesome.
And they just got to know me. I was a paramedic working at the time and just talking. And the doctor that was there, he's like, we would love to offer you a job. Came with a home. Like, I
Wow.
didn't have I would have no housing expenses. So, and I wrestled with that one. I wanted to jump on that so bad, but it would have meant Tristan and Parker going to the island school there and being isolated in that aspect. And while summers and that would have been a blast and they would have loved it,
Right.
winter's a whole different thing on the island.
Right.
And it's a very different way of life, very tiny school, and it wasn't the right time. Any other time in life, I would have been, heck yeah.
Yep.
For real. How fun would that have been
Oh,
for
yeah.
a time there
Yeah.
with no living expenses and
But you had
But-
to do what was right for your boys at
without
the time.
a doubt.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
So just one of those things. But we need to get you to the island.
Yep.
And you are going to see the coastline the way you need to see the coastline up there. It's just stunning.
I have a whole new way that I'm thinking about life and looking at life.
I bet
Ever
you
since
are.
I was diagnosed with cancer, it was like,
Did it change a lot?
it changed so much because you're just living your life and you're doing things and you're just existing and you're not even thinking about that. And then all of a sudden somebody says the words, you have cancer, and just like, whoa, and everything that comes with. And then you're
kinda
like,
got
wait,
the
I haven't done
chilly
this, and I
type
haven't done
thing
this, and I haven't done this.
thinking
And
about that.
like all the things that you think, well, I'll do that later, I'll do
That
that
you're
later, I'll do
putting
that
off.
later. All of a sudden, I'm like, I don't want to put those off anymore. I want to live my life and experience my life. And no, I'm not terminal. And yes, I will recover
Yes.
from this, you know.
Right.
However, it really made me just
Still rocks
stop
you back.
and go, huh. I don't complain about things like I was. I will never have another bad hair day again now that I don't have to do chemo and radiation ever. Like, I don't even care what my hair looks like. I'm like, we're rocking this.
Yeah.
You know?
I've got my hair.
I just look at things completely differently. And so all, like I was saying, like
Yeah.
my bucket list is now necessary rather
love
than
it.
like something that
An
I just kind of
option.
wanted to do, you know?
I love it.
So yeah, it really did change everything about it, so.
I think there's an awful lot of people that live life like they have all the time in the world to do it later. And it's not guaranteed to anybody for any number of reasons.
Absolutely.
If you have the opportunity to not put it off, then
Just
don't.
do it. Go
Do
out
it.
there and experience it.
Live life that way. When you get to the end of life, you're not going to regret
No.
that you took the time for those experiences. You will never say, I really should have just stayed home and worked for those 3 days when I
Yeah.
went and had the best time of my life.
Well, do you remember when Tiffany was on, the first time that she was on, and she was talking about, like, what is the purpose of life? Like,
Yeah.
what is it? Well, it's to collect all the experiences. It's not about work. It's not about, you know, all the things that we stress about. It is about
Right.
collecting the experiences, learning new things,
Yes.
meeting new people, collaborating with,
Yeah.
you know, all of that. That is what really gives you that, like, the meat and potatoes.
The meat and
on a
potatoes.
Midwest.
We were not meant to work, pay bills, and die.
Nope.
Absolutely not. If that was the fact, we wouldn't have this gloriously beautiful world just waiting. It's like
Yeah.
we're right here.
Yep.
Look at what's right here.
It is.
So refresh yourself and get out there. We're gonna play this year.
I love
We're gonna
it.
Play.
So
Got
on that
lots to
note,
celebrate.
Yeah, we do. We have so much to celebrate, and we have
Yeah.
so much to experience. And on that note, we're going to end here. But we
Yes.
invite you to come and again check out the store.
Yes.
Courage and Soar. It is right on
Courage and
Monroe
Soar,
Center,
yes.
right downtown. Kind of like sort of near the Jimmy John's down there, and a couple other things right down the road from
The
Mad
police
Cap.
station and
Yep,
all that
right across
stuff.
from the police
So
station.
good.
So yes, come out and check out the store. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Did we make it without the battery dying?
Yeah.
Yes!